Alrighty, howdy neighbors, and welcome back to Dark Nights. Last time we found out that Sachiro might in fact be a ghost. Keiichi tried to kill us. We failed his quiz twice, which was unfortunate. And now we are continuing. Should I tell him what happened? I just saved. Keep yourself. Things are more dangerous than I first realized. I do not want to suspect the new residents, but I can't imagine anyone who lived here their whole life doing something so atrocious either. Sachiro sits on the carpet in front of me, frowning. I was so preoccupied that I didn't even notice how you were feeling. I don't need to apologize for anything, but thank you for worrying about me. The village must be very important to you. If listening to you helps, I'll always leave my ears open. His concern makes my heart ache. I frown at the thought of dragging this innocent into the mess ahead of me. I'm glad to have spoken with him. You should worry more about yourself right now, though. You're the prime suspect in the crimes. I said that out loud. Try not to worry him. I guess you're right. You should get more sleep. Good night, Sachiro. Yeah, good night. A few days later. Nobody has infested my neighborhood in the past few days, but Sachiro has still been staying inside. After he found my history textbooks, he quickly became preoccupied with them. I thought they were too difficult for him to read, but he seems to be managing well enough. Meanwhile, I've been keeping an eye on the news, but there doesn't seem to be any new information. There weren't even any arrest warrants for Sachiro, despite him supposedly being a suspect. For change of pace, I went out visiting one of my friends today. It's been a long time since I visited Ikuya or Ryoji. What should I call? Ghostbusters! I like Ryoji better. Oh no, I'm in my last page! Oh no! It's fine. Ryoji. I pick up my cell phone and dial Ryoji's number. I wait several rings before I get an answer. Shinin residence, how can I help you? I want to order 5 dumplings, 1 beef steak, and 10 onigiri, please. Oh. What kind of weird combination of foods is that? Give me a break. Someone whose phone greeting always sounds like a takeout restaurant. Ha. 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 Very funny. Who called us? Oh, it's just games. Thought to come over. I just made a whole lot of dumplings. Is that your dad? I didn't know he cooks. Oh, you heard him yourself. I peered off to the side and noticed Sachiro staring with curious eyes. I just talking to a friend. I was someone. Why don't you bring them too? I think my dad is really paying attention to the kitchen. So we have a lot more dumplings than we can eat by ourselves. Are you sure? Of course, just come. When I end the call, Sachiro tugs on my sleeve. It's really okay for me to go with you. My friend would be happy to have you there. The boy smiles brightly before heading toward the stairs. But I thought you were prepared to stay in during the day. But I don't want to miss that opportunity. Just don't push yourself, okay? I'll be alright. I know my limits. Hopefully Ryoji's dad made a lot of food. I guess I don't need to bring anything with me. And again, it's been a while since I was over. I should at least bring something small. On the way to Ryoji's place, I noticed the streets were quite crowded. I assumed a festival or an event had come up. Sachiro and I decided to take a shortcut to get around the crowds. From the corner of my eye, I noticed 2 small shadows creep down an alleyway. My curiosity is piqued, but Sachiro grabs my hand before I could investigate. So we're supposed to go this way, right? Right. I step back as the boy pulls me away and see the shadows shift around again. Those shadows appearing in broad daylight. Those silhouettes don't look like any animals I know. My train of thought is interrupted when we reach a fork in the road. Which way should we go? I think it's to the right. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. We reach the Shinin residence. The aroma of spices clears my head. Hey, great timing. Dad just finished cooking. It's your friend. What's his name? I'm Sachiro. Nice to meet you. Likewise. My name is Ryoji. Oh my god. Oh no. I have a friend who would be all about this game now. The three of us seat ourselves in the living room. Not long after, Ryoji's dad walks into the room. Well, it's been a while. Hope you're doing okay. Hi, Mr. Shinin. I have, thanks for asking. I puts down a large plate of dumplings before exchanging greetings with Sachiro. Ryoji retrieved strings for us, and I finally glanced at the oddly shaped dumplings, each a different size. I did my best with the shapes, but I don't know what you liked. Ryoji made the larger ones himself. They taste better than they look. I grab a dumpling from the top of the pile. Sachiro follows my example, and I bite down the savory filling melts in my mouth. Is it this recipe normally used for offerings at the temple? Yeah, in our case at least, we sometimes offer them at the temple in memory of my mom. This recipe is just something shared between Gibbs' family and mine. I can tell. That smells familiar, I guess. By the way, Mr. Shinin, how are the investigations going? Mr. Shinin's brow furrows slightly. He swallows his dumpling before answering. Slowly. We have a few teams working the case, but we still haven't found the culprit. I've gone through the list of recent residents, but none of them are suspicious. I mean, someone around here has to be the cause of this, but it's as if we're chasing a ghost. Speaking of new residents, didn't you ask me about Sachiro once? Did I? And that boy, now that you mention it, I've never seen him around before. Well, truth be told, I lost most of my memories. I forgot about my family, and no one else recognized me either. That reminds me of a case from a decade ago. One day a child wandered into the village, but he didn't seem to have any family whatsoever. He was later adopted by a local family, thankfully. It was a sad story with a happy ending. Say, Sachiro, if you remember anything about your relatives, tell me, and I'll see what I can do to help you find them. Sachiro blinks innocently, speechless. He's beginning to whelp in his eyes, embarrassed he rubs them away. A bit overwhelmed by your kindness. Before in my games, I thought I had no place to go. I was always alone. Now I don't know what to say. I only pat Sachiro on the back and give a smile. Right there, you'll be fine. If you need someone to stay, you're welcome to come here. Don't worry, he's staying with me right now. Let us know if you need help. Do you have the dumplings? Let me pack some for you to take home. Thank you, Mr. Shinin. We spend the rest of the day chatting. Ryoji's dad has the day off, so he truly joins us. He's always a workaholic, but lately he's been spending more time with Ryoji. Our conversation shifts from good old times to the recent murders. You know, how most conversations do. We assigned a patrol to the Haikyō neighborhood, if you haven't already noticed. We did have an incident with Chain recently. He tried to arrest Sachiro. I'm sorry, that man never listens to his orders. I realized Sachiro wasn't registered as a resident before we did. I'll do what I can to make sure he leaves you two alone from now on. Dad, has the police force considered asking priests to help with the investigation yet? About that. Actually, I think it's a good idea too. You might not believe me, but I was almost killed by someone who claimed to be a Shinigami. Where did that happen? I didn't know. Touched my skirt last night. I told them it was Keiichi. They even believed me. As I promised, we're going to tighten the security in the village. I cannot guarantee involving priests would improve the situation, but anything is worth a try at this point. To be honest, I can't believe something like that happened to you. How'd you even get out alive? I managed to convince him to let me go somehow. I was just lucky, I guess. Keiichi killed me if I let anyone else in on his mission for the bloodthirsty tyrant. Try to reassure them. They're all clearly worried about me. Sachiro does not say anything, but he seems to also feel guilty. Like he could not help me while it was happening. Not like Sachiro could have done anything anyway. I'm really glad he wasn't put in danger too. For the sun sets, Sachiro and I head home. Since I've enjoyed visiting my friend, Perhaps something seems to be on his mind. Something troubling you. No. It's just a piece of my memory suddenly came back. They aren't very important, though. Every piece is important. Tell me. I had a wish fulfilled, but I can't remember what it was. Maybe it has something to do with my memory loss. I can't believe I wish to forget everything. What awful thing could have happened in the past? What if you sacrificed your memories to make your wish come true? Maybe. We return to the bend. Keiichi is next to us, walking down a perpendicular road. The bus stops. I hope he hasn't noticed us, but he stops right in front of us and turns slowly. He smirks at me, but then his gaze shifts to Sachiro. When will your time be up? Oh! He said a bit. The words only confuse Sachiro. The blonde boy chuckles before leaving. Our time, wait. That's right, I don't have much time left. But when? When is the deadline? By when do I need to remember? I need to remember. Oh, he is having a crisis. Multiple emotions show across his face. He arms around the boy, pulling him into a tight hug. He's shaking, his breathing is irregular, but I hold him until he starts to calm down. The energy seems to drain out of his limbs, and he leans against me for support. Hey. He rests his lips near my ear. I prefer him to speak, but he simply remains silent. Keiichi definitely knows something about whatever's going on. I pat him on the back and try to still the sense of foreboding I feel growing inside of me. Sachiro slowly backs away and gazes into my eyes. Sorry, I'm not sure what came over me. I shouldn't waste time worrying about the unknown. Okay now, thanks. Is there anything on your mind? You can talk to me about it. The boy pulls the scarf up and beams. Over the next few days, Sachiro rests at home. Don't you feel like getting some fresh air once in a while? I do miss watching the bright, colorful sky and the nights when the stars shine so brightly that they seem like they're erasing the world's very existence. Why don't we go out this evening then? The police haven't been in the area for a while, so we should be safe. We could go to the temple again while we're at it. Last time we didn't stay long. There's something I want to check out again. It'll be quick. Okay, we probably need to take a different route this time, though. When the sun is about to set, Sachiro and I head out. On the way, bump into a familiar face. Hey, Ames. Keiichi smirks. He notices Sachiro, but appears to be ignoring him. Have you encountered anyone suspicious over the past few days? Nope, I've been trying to stay home as much as possible. Heh, as I thought. No worries, we still have time. Say, where are you heading to this hour? No particular, we're just taking a walk. I see, you should be careful. Not that anyone's home is actually safer than the outdoors these days. I glare at the blonde, but he merely chuckles. He steps forward and rests a hand on Sachiro's shoulder. Well, have fun with your buddy. See you around. By the time we reach the temple, has started to rain. The forecast didn't mention any rain. Too bad I didn't bring my umbrella. We rush to take shelter, and I try to brush the raindrops off my clothes. Sachiro smiles at me, trying to relieve my discouragement. Rain might stop by the time we're done. Let's not dwell on it. You're right. Last time we explored, we found a hidden room at the back of the hallway. There might be even more past that. I run my flashlight's beam along the dark walls and stop when I see something gleaming in the corner. Two large, sheathed katanas lie in wait. Oh, these swords look beautiful, Sachiro. Keiichi mentioned that a serial killer uses two katanas to kill people. This temple is the perfect hiding spot for a criminal to run. It can't be a coincidence that these weapons are here. Don't touch those, Sachiro. I think we should. All of a sudden, the floorboards creak behind us. I shut off my flashlight immediately and pull Sachiro into the next room, hoping nobody has detected our presence. Why am I playing Eve? My heart beats rapidly when I see the shadow walk in front of the thin paper doors. The following silence, I cannot hear a sound of breathing. Oh. 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 Hi. The figure stops by the end of the door and takes a deep breath. It lights at Sachiro, but only I'm shivering in fear. Door slides open. Which is God damn it. Ichi's sitting there, soaked to the bone. There you are. I'm not sure if I feel relieved or terrified. Sachiro appears to be confused. He seriously follows the whole way here. Glad I ran into you earlier. Who knows how long it would have been for me to find you again. What are you talking about? What does he mean, Sachiro? I don't know either. Keiichi, was it? I don't think we're familiar with each other. I have no idea what happened to you, but maybe I can help you remember something. Keiichi, that's not helpful. Keiichi's earring morphs into the scythe. What are you doing? I'm just paying a favor. Everything happened so quickly. Keiichi is suddenly standing next to me. I turn as Sachiro's on his knees. The scythe pierced through his chest. No! Before I can react, Keiichi is already pulling his weapon out of the boy's body. Sachiro stares at the wound in shock, his shirt staining wine red. While his aim and reach out to catch him, with my unsteady hands before he slumps over. Why'd you do this, Keiichi? Oh, he won't die from it. I avoided his vital organs. As for the why, I figured stabbing him would help jog his memory. Sorry for not being gentle. It's okay. Why? Sachiro managed to sit up and press his hand with a bloody gash in his chest. He has a few deep breaths before speaking again. Sorry for worrying you. It hurts, but I can handle it. No, you can't. We need to get... The boy leans forward and I feel his arms around me. Go back and notice his apologetic smile. Even if that was meant to calm me down, it only heightened my confusion. It really worked. A lot of my memories have returned. If I can say anything, my body starts to feel heavy and my vision becomes blurry. I collapse right into Sachiro's arms. Why did you do that? She needs to rest. We have some things to discuss. Chapter 3, Awakening. Girl, no! Fuck all of that. I am falling. My eyes are wide open, but all I see is darkness. Sachiro. Keiichi. Cold shock races through my body. My breathing becomes shallow and rapid. It feels like I'm suffocating. I fight the emptiness, trying to escape from an invisible prison. Slowly my vision returns. Look around. So bright. Is it morning already? Sachiro and Keiichi are gone without a trace. When I gazed at myself, but I realized I could see the floor through my arm. Wait, calm down. I'm just playing tricks on me. I hear people approaching the temple. I turn my head and notice men dressed in old-fashioned clothing, similar to what is worn at festivals. Oddly enough, they don't even acknowledge my presence as they pass by. Men really have turned invisible. The men kneel down at the altar and start to chant prayers. The one wearing a large traditional hat takes out a small box and places it in front of the altar. Like a pope hat. Shortly after the men leave, out of curiosity I decided to check out what was left behind. I push my hand out to the little box, but my fingers pass through it. Okay, I must be dreaming. I remember hiding with Sachiro and Keiichi showed up. I think the trauma from the death was so horrible that I blocked the memory out. Heads off, this one's mine. A masculine voice sounds from above me, and a man suddenly falls from the ceiling. I stumble backward, falling flat to the ground, as he lies in front of me with a casual expression. The man's sharp green eyes are slightly hidden by his long silver bangs. A dark scarf covers his neck, although a deep cut in his shirt reveals a bit of his chest. Like the man I saw before, this one was wearing a unique, modern-style jacket. In a strange contrast, his arms are covered with black leather braces. This guy's so familiar. He looks like Sachiro, but way older. Hi, who are you? Clothes look weird. Really, you're just like that, but I'm the weird one. I notice his eyes with a scathing glare. Damn! That's my outfit. Hell yeah. After a moment, he slightly tilts his head and snorts. What are you doing in my home? Since when did anyone live here? What is one question? I'm the Temple Guardian. My name is Sachiro. What did I say? I called it. I called it. Very beginning. Temple Guardian, you can't be serious. I'm not entirely convinced, but he does look like an older Sachiro. Right near his head on the back of his head, it scares me over with suspicion. You're so short. That's not important anyway. So where's our call a conversation about height? So you really are Sachiro. But I've not heard. Sachiro gives me a confused stare, raising an eyebrow. Never seen anyone just like you before. Do you come from another world or something? The world? What era is this? Era? Not sure, but according to those who sometimes leave offerings, the year is... What? Yanhyaku? Yanjian? My jaw almost drops in surprise as I attempt to discern how I managed to travel in the past. Unfortunately, just thinking about it gives me a headache, so I decide to slow down and play along for now. It can take me back to my own era. My spirit lives at the temple. That's a great magician. Sachiro turns around to gesture for me to leave. I thought the Temple Guardian was supposed to bring fortune and happiness to the village. Even the Guardian title, you're better off praying for an angel to help you. That pays me no further attention. Turning to the altar. Sachiro's personality is different too. Could they really be the same person? Ah, they brought some decent offerings today. I swallowed dumplings. What was a wooden box and washes away? And out of nowhere, two puppet-like spirits appear. They're cute and small, like little dolls. Master Sachiro, don't be rude. The maiden only needs a little favor. The marshmallow spirits continue to bug him until he looks at me. It looks like you don't have anything on you. No money, no help. I mean, you actually can help. Sachiro, as the offer continues to eat dumplings with his back facing me. Two spirits float to me, apologizing for the master's behavior. This must be Sachiro's original personality. Because he doesn't remember me. I'll have to start over with him. So I cannot think of another way to return home. I stick around the temple. I spend the entire day staring at Sachiro, but he does not move an inch. I start to wonder if he had fallen asleep. As dark, Sachiro stretches his arms and opens his eyes. He does not give me a single glance after getting up. Where are you going? To the spirit world for some fun. Can I go with you? No. Why not? You're delicate like a bubble. Here to the spirit world, your essence would be overpowered by any stronger spirit. Our spirit now? You mean, you didn't know? Obviously, your kind is way weaker than me. You can't even connect yourself to the human world like I do. She suddenly grabs my arm. It was the shock I realized we could touch each other. Just as I thought. There's no way you'll survive there if you can't even dodge something like that. You barely sense any power coming from you. And I doubt you're concealing your true strength or anything like that. She leans in closer and looks me over. What if you protect me? I ask as sweetly as I can, while assaulting him with puppy dog eyes. I'm not a babysitter. He crosses his arms and looks displeased, almost angry. I know where I'm going. I feel bad for you, so I'll let my familiars keep you company. She drops something in the air, and then out of nowhere a dark portal appears in front of him. He jumps up and floats toward it. Grab a dangling scarf. What are you doing, idiot? Going with you. You're suffocating me, you heavy bubble. Grab a scarf harder and squeeze my eyes shut as we're sucked into the dark hole together. Before I know it, we're sitting in a grassy field, my hands so tightly wrapped around his Sachiro's scarf. Slowly open my eyes and I'm welcomed to a colorful sky above an open field. Here's Sachiro, who is now laying beside me. Where are we? Like I said, the spirit world. Now release my scarf before I get mad. When I oblige, Sachiro rolls a few inches away and hunkers down for a nap. Surely this was dangerous. Why is he acting so relaxed? I study him. His face looks innocently peaceful. He's like the Sachiro I know. I know that you're the Temple Guardian, but what do you do exactly? Guard the temple, obviously. The villagers built the place for me to stay and bring offerings. In exchange, I keep evil spirits away, so that there are no disasters. You sound like a good guy. It sounds like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon music. There's no reason for you to stop up in the village, right? What do you mean? I think he'll believe me if I tell him what happens in the future. Not to mention that it might mess up the timeline. You don't have other duties, do you? Not really. I do what I feel like. Aside from that, well, I have a dream, just like everyone else. Before I became the Guardian, I wandered around aimlessly. I found this village. I thought it'd be a decent place to kill some time. Last thing I wanted to be bored. What's your dream? Being contented. I know that doesn't sound like a dream. But even though the way things are now seems fine, something is missing. So much to complain about something that isn't here. Or whatever. At first I was confused by the answer, but then I realized that I had shared the same thought before the disappearances of the village happened. And more things I want to ask, but Sachiro dozes off. So his idea of having fun is taking a nap. Peaceful atmosphere makes me sleepy as well. Close my eyes comfortable. Suddenly I feel something wrap around my feet. I started to look around, found a small creature slowly climbing up my leg. I shook it off, but it doesn't even budge. When I ran up I accidentally kicked Sachiro, waking from his nap. He didn't have a good reason. Someone let go of me. It was like the creature with half-lidded, uninterested eyes before finally shrugging. Take responsibility for yourself. I told you not to follow me. I saved Sachiro in shock. I started to feel weaker. I realized the creature is draining my energy. Hey, yo! What happened? What happened? Listen, got the creature by one of its appendages and pull it off with all my strength. But it's stronger than I expect. Hey, you shouldn't do that, or we're draining more of your power. Sure, she's with his katana. He's the killer. He's been the murderer. It's been Sachiro. In the same motion, he slices the creature off my leg. Severed limb disappears like a puff of smoke. When the warmth begins to flowing back, the moment the creature flees. So weak they can't even defeat a spirit drainer. Sad as hell. Next time I'll just let you be. I was supposed to know how to deal with that thing. The argue our surroundings turn darker, as if the sun has set. New noises come from every direction, and I notice curious eyes watching us from a distance. I tremble at the recognition that I might become someone's meal. It does not help that there are seemingly no escape routes. He rubs his face with one hand before letting out a heavy sigh, and is shoving me behind him with the hilt of his katana. Maybe it wasn't such a bad idea to bring you along after all. I must think we're an easy meal. The man's lips form a devilish smile as he draws both katana. His aura changes to one of sheer thrill and excitement. Despite the killing intent rating from Sachiro, the spirits, some humanoid, while others more beast-like and slightly transparent, approach us, unafraid. Though they do not necessarily look frightening, pitch-black auras surrounding them are creepy and intimidating. Oh, that's a beautiful CG! Jeez! The show counts down to 0 before charging forward. Let the fun begin. Oh, that's not as beautiful! Oh no! Oh, I hate it. It's so terrible. I don't even want to look. Ugh. His war cry paralyzes the spirits, causing me to tremble in fear. He effortlessly slashes his way through the crowd. A dark red liquid and smoke bursts forth as Sachiro draws his katana back. Within minutes, we're the only living beings left standing. I speechlessly look at what can only be called a corpse party. Let's go. After wiping the liquid from his blades, Sachiro sheathes them. Ah, jeez. You're hurting my bracers. Guess it was worth it, though. Sachiro, why did you kill all of them? Because it's my kind of fun, obviously. But they're spirits like you. You're killing your own kind. Going about something you know nothing about. Sachiro follows my gaze and lets out a sigh. Don't worry about the mess, it'll disappear soon. Thanks for luring the suckers in, by the way. It only takes forever before they try to attack me. If I knew that, I wouldn't have followed you. How do they call you Guardian? Didn't I already tell you that it's only in title? Bill just gave me the title, so it'll feel secure. Anyway, let's go back. I don't understand the rules of the world. Sachiro, I know, is so sweet, but this man, he slaughtered his fellow spirits with a smile. I don't know if that was a smile. It didn't take long before we found ourselves back at the temple. I want to continue our conversation, but Sachiro goes to rest. The next day, I woke up with an awful headache. I had a strange dream last night. I met the temple guardian, and then, very around, I realized I was still at the temple. I had two puppet spirits pop up in front of me. Good morning. Calm down, ma'am. Master Sachiro's helpers. Alright, it wasn't a dream. And I really did turn into a spirit. Ugh. Where's your master right now? He's out at the moment. There's no need to worry. We're here if you need help with anything. I sat heavily while I brainstormed ways to convince Sachiro to help me return home. What kind of offering do you think it will take for him to grant my wish? Well, we shade hesitant glances. We'll keep this secret, but Master does not grant wishes. Sorry, but I don't think he can help you. He takes everyone's gifts, but doesn't give them anything in return. What a good-for-nothing guardian. You told the villagers about his scams. Hey, who's a good-for-nothing? Just when I realized Sachiro was standing next to me. I felt to back away from him. What do you know? Even these spirits are more helpful than you. Would have been guardian than just answering prayers and fulfilling wishes. He laughs at the floor and positions himself for a nap. I rolled my eyes but remained silent. I remember saying an angel lives somewhere nearby. They'll grant anyone a wish for an equal exchange. I say the exchange is not worth it. You lose as much as you gain. Boring. I went to the village to explore the rumors, but I ended up at this temple. What did you wish for? I wonder what it's like to live in the village as a human. You have incredible powers. You can enter the other world that no human can. I don't understand why you'd want to leave those things behind. Every day I listen to the people's prayers, hear about their drama and troubles, and watch them interact with each other. Humans' lives look so fun to me. Occasionally, I even explore the village and watch things play out there. It's not that special. What makes you say that? I prepare to believe. But now that I'm like this, but I grew up in the village. Really, tell me what it's like then. There's nothing I can add to what you say and experience for yourself. Living in that place is really boring. Spirit world is way more exciting, judging from what I've seen so far. You must be kidding. Spirit's life consists of battles and sleep. It might seem exciting to you, but it becomes tiring when you do the same thing day in and day out. Do you have any friends? What are those? I assume he's being sarcastic at first, but as we make eye contact, I realize he really does not know. The definition of a friend is different for everyone. To me, it's someone I can always depend on. Although we might not see each other every day, there's a mutual bond between us. I suppose I used to know someone like that, but we went our separate ways a long time ago. I think his name is Cake. No, it's Keiji. Alright, that's his name. It's Cake. His name is now Cake. I tested the name, but tried to hide it. Keiichi was your friend. Do you know him? Yeah, I know him. He tried to kill. It's not mid-sentence. Last thing I remember from my human life is watching Keiichi pierce Sachiro with a scythe, all the while wearing a menacing glare. Sachiro twists his head slightly and looks at me curiously. The memories are fuzzy now, but I can still remember the few things we talked about. I think he turned into a Shinigami the last time we met. Why did you stop hanging out? I don't remember. Must be lonely having no one else to talk to. Nah, I don't really need company. If that's true, why do you want to become a human? Out of curiosity, I guess. There are many things I want to experience that don't exist in the spirit world. Like there are more kinds of food. I enjoy the offering the villagers bring me, but I'd like to try other dishes too. I can at least tell you more about them. I spend the rest of the day talking about our worlds. Of course, I have to be careful not to say too much about the future. Once I hear a familiar voice, I become alert. After a moment, a shadow emerges from a nearby bush. The shadow moves into a defensive position, but then relaxes when the darkness gives way to a human form. Keiichi suddenly pauses to glance suspiciously at me. Speak of the devil. I you taken an apprentice? No. What's so strange when you've picked up? The newborn spirit, but it looks older than that. Keiichi floats closer to me with a chuckle. Do you have a name? Games. Never mind her. What brings you here, Keiichi? I heard a rumor. Thought I'd stop in for a spell. No wasting your time then. There's something exciting happening here. Two men sit down in front of the temple's entrance. You know, the other day, I had some uninvited guests. Tried to scare them off with some pranks, but it didn't work. In fact, they went even further in. In the end, I had to force them out. It was a pain. Your own house. I'm a Shinigami has a place to rest. What a fancy place in the North District. Good for you. I mean, it implies that there's anything wrong with the symbol, of course. You don't even need to pay rent on it. You won't know how many requests I get per day. You could always take the day off every now and then. Sure, that's at a side rubs his neck. Wouldn't it be a dream to slack off for the rest of your life? That reminds me. You told me about your dream once. What was it? I don't remember. Keiichi stretches. Why did it turn to black? Keiichi stretches his hand out and drops something in the air. A puff of smoke, the dusty notebook appears out of nowhere. Sachiro's eyes widen in recognition. He reaches out to take the book, but Keiichi draws his arm back. Catch. Keiichi swiftly throws the book at me. I confusedly catch it. Do you steal notebooks from the temple's keepers? I don't know what you're talking about. You're bad at lying. I've never read it, but maybe Games will be more interested. What will you do? I'm looking. I don't care. Yoink. I can't help but crack a grin. Cautiously, I open the notebook. What is this about? Put my hand on his shoulder and whisper. I catch the first few lines before Sachiro snatches the notebook out of my hands. I don't know how you did it, but don't steal from the temple's archive. I know, it's just a joke. Oh, this one must be your diary. Keiichi comes with another notebook out of nowhere, covered in pure white. It appears that I skipped. It appears to be brand new. Sachiro does not bat an eye. What? You don't want it back? Well, your friend might be interested. Are you sure that He just smiles mischievously as he pushes the notebook into my hands. With the men quieting down, I head inside the temple to give them some privacy. I find a comfortable spot and open the notebook. I expect to find handwritten notes, but instead it's filled with instructions. Illustrations, sorry. Oh my, so pretty. When I flip to the page, I realize it's drawing or is sequential. And so, the show passes the time. A lot of drawings, so he must be alone most of the time. It kind of reminds me of my boring life back home, and how I got caught up in the rhythm of things. Sachiro, I know, has all the freedom in the world. I'm sure he wouldn't want to remember this life. I nearly jump at the sound of the creaking wood. I relax and I realize it's just Sachiro. He didn't even talk to Keiichi. He has other things to do. Sachiro's gaze shifts to the open pages in the book in front of me. A woman used to come by here to paint. Even though she couldn't see me, she had a vivid imagination. It was one of her personal collections. I like to think that she was imagining what my life might be like. It's far from accurate, but it's an interesting reflection on the life she led. It's fascinating that heroes can create such lively works of art without ever seeing or experiencing the subject's thing. There are more sketchbooks in the storage room. If you're interested, go ahead and take a look. Sachiro seems to want to say more on the subject, but he hesitates. Anyway, excuse me, I'm going to clean my katanas. Sleep wherever you like. I'll be taking that room. Of course, at a small corner room. Is it okay if I stay with you? Why? In case you walk off. If you were a more powerful spirit, I would suspect that you were planning to surprise attack me. In a current state, I could defeat you in my sleep. Take that as a challenge. I hope you hurt you. Sachiro lays against the wall with his katanas in his lap. I'm about to ask what your name is. Keiichi asked me that back there. Did you forget? It's Games. Sachiro snorts. Closes his eyes while holding a scarf in one hand and resting the other near his weapons. I sit down to study him. With him in scarves. Even in the future he always wears one. I reach out toward the fabric, but Sachiro's eyes flash open. In an instant, I'm pinned against the wall with the blade edged to my neck. What were you planning? Nothing, I was just curious. His eyes sharpened a deadly glare. After a long moment, he finally lets me go. I'm sorry. Sheathes his sword while gripping his scarf. Your head has something under your scarf. No. Shiro's head drops as he clutches his fists. The next is my weak point. This spirit is a weak point. If you hit it, they'll disappear. My spirit's kind of dead. I'm not dead, dummy. I was born as a spirit. Most of people are resurrected as spirits when they die in their world. I don't know what dying feels like, but if you die as a spirit, you're gone forever. Twice as strong you are than enemies that'll cross your path. They were coming for my head, which I can't say I mind. You look pretty strong when you took down all those malicious spirits. You made it seem so easy. Do you have any special powers? Sachiro gives me a side-eye and snorts. Or gives me a side-eye. My bad. I read it incorrectly. I always thought spirits were transparent and impossible to touch. Speaking of which. I need to respect him. Fletch is surprising me in turn. He's about to fall onto him. His body seems soft like cushion, practically squishing his shoulder. His eyes are wider than mine. I mentally move away and wipe my arms around myself, fearing that Sachiro is upset with me. Don't scare me like that. He relaxes, he sits up properly, avoids making eye contact with me. Though I notice a light blush spreading across his face. Sorry, that was clumsy of me. Be more careful around me. I'll chop you to pieces on reflex. On reflex, huh? I'm glad you don't actually want to kill me. You gave me the wrong idea. Not worth the effort. Ow! Why does he say things like that? It's a conversation comes to a close. Over there, Sachiro has been looking my way more than usual. I think it's different in his eyes. I guess it's time for bed. Take a sleep first. Alright, good night. I like the pretend before I make myself comfortable. I close my eyes and feel a gentle pat on my head. Alright, turn around. Sachiro pulls his hand back. I have a questioning expression, but he only turns away. He likes me. Ew. Next day. I sit up and rub my eyes. I glanced around the room, but Sachiro was nowhere to be seen. It's gone out already. For a second, I realized that Sachiro is actually laying on my lap. Ew. It's so strange that I don't feel any away from him. I chalk it up to spirit quirk. Watching him like that brings back memories of the first time I met him in the present. So cute. Every time I touch his fluffy hair, his eyes flicker open and he rolls away from me, standing. It was just you. I thought someone intended to kill me. I can't help but laugh internally. Hey, you were the one cuddling up to me. That's strange. I don't remember doing that. If we want to nuzzle together, you could have said so. Why do I want to do that? I walk towards Sachiro with arms open wide, but he steps backward. You have to learn a lot if you want to come to the human world. You can't survive without ever making physical contact with another human. As if I could trust your words. Okay, maybe it was a slight exaggeration, but you need to chill out. Come on, I won't hurt you. Besides, how could a weak spirit like me ever kill you? I have a point. You're as threatening as a raindrop. Thanks for rubbing it in. Anyway, honestly, I do want to teach you more about human life. After a while, Sachiro gives in. I instruct him to sit opposite me. I place my open palms in front of him. At first he's weird, but then he touches my fingertips. Not so weird, huh? He's still a strange creature. Sachiro pulls back and lets out a sigh. We figure out how to get you back home later. You seem fine here for now. Physically, maybe, but I still want to get home as soon as possible. Sachiro takes off his scarf and wraps it around me. I get a feeling of deja vu. The warmth of his action is so overwhelming that my cheeks heat up. The scarf always makes me feel secure and comfortable. I don't know if it'll help you too, but you can hold on to it for a bit. I can't help but smile. No matter what time or place, I guess he really is the same deep down. Spend the following days lazing around the temple, napping whenever we are not talking. We discuss possible methods for me to get home, but Sachiro does not seem to have many ideas. I'm only a fighting spirit. I can't do much to help others. I guess you can always ask the forest demon about it. There's actually a demon living in the forest. I haven't met them personally, but there's a rumor. I have no business with them. It will only be troublesome if I go. Is it safe? It's a demon. The demon just guards the forest. As long as you don't harm any of the inhabitants, you'll be fine. I'm surprised there's a forest demon in this era too. I wonder if it's the same one. What do you know about this demon? I'm on good terms with the other spirits. Or so some of my guests have told me. On the other hand, I don't think the villagers know about them. And it should probably stay that way. Why? Humans fear what they can't understand. I heard that the forest demon has already cursed a few people. I don't know how it all went down, but I heard there weren't any happy endings. That said, those are all just rumors. I have no idea if any of them are true. I'll go see for myself. The forest spirits are calm during the day, so you should be safe right now. Thanks, Sachiro. I make my way to the forest. I caught a few spirits that resemble small glowing stars. If Sachiro had not told me they lived here, I would never have realized what they were. I wandered upon the waterfall I recall from a school trip several weeks ago, although it looks slightly different. Just in the forest used to look, huh? Looking out of the corner of my eye, I noticed something move within a bush. It's too large and fast to be an animal. I moved for a closer look. I once more hear movement in the bushes, but this time it comes from the opposite direction. Are you lost, little one? A feminine voice softly whispers to me from nowhere in particular. I need to go back home. I somehow came here from the future. I guess from the future, how unusual. Are you the demon who lives around here, maybe? There are many demons living in the forest, my dear. Be more specific. What about a demon who guards this forest? That is me. See, I'm originally from this village. Somehow I got sent back in time. Ah. No, that's such a strange situation. I contacted the Triple Guardian, but he doesn't know why either. I'm sorry, dear. I've heard rumors of an angel in the village. Perhaps you know more about them. An angel, you say? I think you're looking in the wrong place. Oh. The forest was completely silent. I wait for a reply for a few minutes, but it does not come. Then I'm about to leave, a feminine voice calls out to me once more. There's a couple who are familiar with sorcery and witchcraft residing in the village. Although I do not recommend that you interfere with time. It's safer for you to remain in this era. Why? The goddess of space and time will surely find you if you continue jumping between eras. What do you recommend then, for me to just stay here? Are you familiar with the Temple Guardian? He will keep you under his wing. I met him and he seems nice. If I may ask though, do you know anything about him? He doesn't really talk about himself. I shouldn't be gossiping about others. But the rumor among spirits is that the Guardian is nicknamed Death's Wildcard. However, he has not harmed any of the living creatures in the forest or village. On the contrary, many are thankful for his work. I must admit that I work with Guardians sometimes. Anyone who has such a famous reputation must attract a lot of unwanted attention. Oh well, I suppose I can say the same about myself. Well, little one, whatever your decision is, I hope your heart can find a home. The mysterious voice fades away. Although I may be able to find help in the village, locating the couple is almost certainly like finding a needle in a haystack. For the time being, I decided to return to the temple. I noticed a middle-aged man walking around the grounds. Sachiro, who's that? He's just the temple sweeper. Humans can't see him. Can't see, hear, or touch us, so no need to worry. Still not used to this. I look over at Sachiro's katana. Sachiros have special powers, don't they? Can you teach me how to use them? Hush, I'm listening. I pout, but I do as he says. Dear Temple Guardian, the village has overcome with misfortune. I beg you for your protection. He kneels at the altar and whispers some prayers. Sachiro watches with motionless eyes until the man leaves. Are you gonna help him? Nah, that kind of problem is none of my business. Seriously, why do you even bother staying here if you don't do anything? For the free food and energy the temple emits, obviously. Are you serious? Partially. Either way, I'm not obligated to help these people. His words are contradicting his actions. I wonder if he's just acting humble or putting an act. In any case, I feel sorry for the people who have been given false hope. I pray they realize this is a scam before it's too late. You should have concerned yourself with the villagers. It's not like you could do anything to help them anyway. You catch a hint of restlessness in his eyes. Maybe I'm wrong, but he seems to be up to something. So I said the temple. Evil spirits become active at night, but the grounds here are purified. Even the strongest invaders won't be able to get through the barrier. At dusk, Sachiro makes a visit to the village. I don't know what he's doing, but he keeps his lips sealed. He dashed into the darkness. Don't worry about Master, he'll be fine. Alright. Why don't you tell me what these so-called evil spirits... why don't you tell me about these so-called evil spirits in the meantime? They kill other spirits and are corrupted as a result. They become obsessed with murdering their own kind. All it takes is one killing, and most spirits can't stop themselves from going darker. What about Sachiro? I thought he killed a lot of spirits. Oh yeah, but he's different. He'll be fine. The words do little to reassure me. For some reason I can't stop worrying about him, even though he acts cocky and is mean sometimes. I haven't seen the town in this time period. I wonder what it looks like. I have to see my hometown. Can you guide me to Sachiro? Nope, no way. What if we get attacked? What if we get ambushed? It only takes a wrong turn. Bam! You're gone. It's too dangerous for spirits like us. You may get hurt too. That's my hometown. I doubt it's swarming with evil spirits. It'll be fine. But you're too weak to defend us. I mean, yourself. Don't make us do this. Oh, Master could be furious. We don't know that for sure. Those spirits finally give in and create a small ghostly light. We're sorry, we can't leave the grounds, but this light will guide you to our Master. Thanks. Please be safe. I will not, because I'm stupid. I was? I followed the little light in the darkness. After a while, I end up at a familiar park. The guy swiftly fades away, but Sachiro is nowhere to be seen. I start to worry that I'm in the wrong location. Something here seems like a loud crowd dancing in the distance. When I zigged, I had to set a wish. Those spirits, what are they doing? Very abruptly, it goes over white flames. They scream against one another, as they're locked within an invisible cage. Soon, the fire and the spirits trapped within disappear together. When I hear a familiar voice from nearby, I turn toward the source. Why am I wasting my energy on this? I guess I was just lucky that there weren't stronger spirits here. Suddenly something passes by me in a blur. I take a moment to realize the katana is now pinned to a nearby tree. Sachiro just throw a katana at me. Or spying at me. I look up Sachiro is only an arm's length away. I stumble backward and fall onto my butt in surprise. Don't forget, if I wanted you dead, you already would be. What were you just doing? How do you tell I was killing evil spirits in the park? Oh yeah. You know I told you to stay away from the temple. Why did you come here? I was worried about you. Worried about me. I'll only be a burden if you stick around here any longer. Go back. Let the boss me. Do whatever I want. Sachiro walks past me, shooting at katana. She's anxious rounds. As the park and heads elsewhere. Once with the village, I follow after him. He doesn't complain about my presence further. The village does not look too different from what I remember. Because there are fewer inhabitants near these buildings. When we explore the village, we bump into quite a few evil-looking spirits, which Sachiro effortlessly deals with. Decide to have the villagers out anyway, huh? You're not such a bad guardian after all, are you? He is quiet and continues walking. The number of monstrous spirits in the village continues to surprise me, but I feel more uneasy than frightened. Did you meet the forest demon? Yeah, but she couldn't help me. She told me there was a couple who might be able to send me home, but she recommended not to go through with it. Why not? Really, if I try to mess with time, some guardians will try to stop me. I don't know what to think about that, but I'd take the demon's word for it. You trust her. Even though we never met, I do. The rumors say that they let me live here peacefully because I cleanse the forest of evil spirits. But that reminds me, she warned me about you. Sachiro arches an eyebrow curiously. She said something about you being infamous, so I have to wonder about that too. You're a guardian, where you kill tons of spirits. Wouldn't that make you evil too? Perhaps. That doesn't clear up anything. Enough for today. We took his pace as we walked toward the forest on our way back to the temple. The next day. Next morning I wake up alone in the temple. I entertain myself by exploring the interior, but I exhausted quickly. It's nice to see how well the keeper cleans. Eventually, a lone woman arrives at the temple and sits at the altar. This morning, I saw my daughter walk again, even though her legs have been bad for a long time. Thank you for answering my prayers. I'm forever in debt to you. The woman bows and places a small package at the altar before she leaves. The last night's cleanup healed her daughter. I didn't realize evil spirits had that sort of impact on the village. Time passes, but Sachiro does not return. I think she stopped resting somewhere. I knew I was worrying about him. Too much of being alone is so boring. What do you mean alone? We're here. I think of going out and killing more spirits. But no, I was hoping to do something more relaxing. Well, when I'm bored, I count my toes. Time goes by pretty quickly. What toes? I don't see your toes, though. But paying a visit to the spiritual hot springs. That exists. In the forest, not too far from here. Follow the path behind the temple, you'll get there. Awesome, I haven't taken a bath in days, and I just said that out loud. I feel smelly, but just thinking about it. Ugh. During the day, there are rarely any evil spirits around, so you'll be okay. Follow the path as soon as what the hot springs ahead of me. As you draw closer, the mist becomes denser. Something looks unnatural, even otherworldly. Oh, to jump in. Actually, do spirits bathe in their clothes so long? Whatever, should be fine. I take a dip, I quickly undress, wrapping my shirt around my torso for comfort. Sleeping water immediately relaxes me. It feels like I'm back at being a human. Spirits sure do know what a good bath is. I walk deeper to the spring. Because the mist, it takes me more to notice another presence. Sachiro. It's you. I stumbled back after seeing each other's face, and I defensively clutched my shirt. Holy umbrellas. I totally did not expect to see Sachiro to look like that. The longer his eyes are pinned on me, the more flustered I become. Stop staring. Just keeping an eye on you. Where's my katana? He slowly moves away from me while keeping his guard up. Somehow, he appears more vulnerable than usual. I feel like teasing him after everything he's done for me. Could it be that you're scared of me because you are defenseless? Of course not. Let's see. Stay there. Hey, yo. Draw near to him as he tries to move further away. Stop it. What are you up to? Look awfully intense for someone who claims not to be scared. There's nothing scary about you. You're weak. What the words to continue to try to escape and totally corner him? Why doesn't he admit he's scared? It's so obvious. Don't think I'm defenseless with all my blades. Jeez, do I really look that intimidating? This is hilarious. Maybe I can help him get over his fear of people, assuming I don't give him a heart attack first. Once I get close enough, I poke him on the nose. Despite the gentle touch, he looks petrified. Are you okay, Sachiro? He starts breathing again, but he's so flustered that he doesn't even push me away. He opens his mouth, but is speechless. Too much steam for today. What? It's way before he faints or something. The reaction I got is more than satisfying. I've discovered the cute side. I take more of a liking to him. Next day. God, the days are just zooming, aren't they? As I fall, Sachiro plans to go out. I ask to accompany him, but he refuses. I'm not going to babysit you. As I said, you'll only be a hindrance. Just before you say anything. No helpers, could you bring me to your master again? Sure, as you wish. Again, I follow the light through the darkness. I'm surprised that it leads me to a mansion this time. The eerie atmosphere makes me shiver like always. I know it's stupid to go alone, but I'm curious about what Sachiro's up to. Reminds me of my adventures with young Sachiro. I'm correct, the Kenriji family should live here, so I'm a spirit and nobody will see me. Ah! Oh no! This is when the family dies. So the sound makes me for my thoughts. An instant dark shadows surround me, leaving no exit. You guys had to ruin my plans. Surprised by my boldness. Many of them, but I feel no fear. I take you all on. They come at me as one. I'm ready. But the shadow freezes. They get shredded to pieces with a burst of white flames. Oh my god, I have time freezing combustion powers. It's my move, dummy. By the way, are you following me again? Sachiro shows up behind me. And we're eking, because why not? How many times did I tell you to stay at the temple? Yeah, well, I'm not hurt, see? Thanks to me, you're still alive. Let's leave. I'm going to bring you back. No, wait, I want to help you. He covers his face in one hand, lets out a sigh. For the joke, let's go. Draws his head and I quickly follow him. Sachiro, why do you especially kill evil spirits? It makes you sort of a guardian, even though you deny the title. Sounds like you think I'm an evil spirit. Listen, spirits who kill other spirits get a stained record. It gets worse with every spirit we kill. We get strong spirits alike. You have kill odds up. If you don't kill for a while though, your record can become clean, just by waiting. The spirit kills starts with the spirits. They may go insane or cease to exist. As the spirit kills, they gradually turn dark and be labeled evil. Those kills would only count if you killed good spirits, right? Joe closes his eyes. The silence makes the answer seem no. As the temple comes into view, a behemoth of darkness careens from the sky, and it crash lands in our path. What? I'm gonna end this episode here. What the hell is that? Okay. Well, thank you very much for watching. It's so weird. And hopefully I'll see you later.